So we were introduced to two new characters in episode 3 of Raising Kanan, and they were the Connect Azumadeen and his henchman Smurf. And Raquel really does have to keep on tackling one problem after another. After Lulu told her that Deen wanted to sit down with her before he gives them any more work, they were running on fumes as it is with only a day's product left to shift, and with Howard who was living up to his promise in trying to help Unique become the king of the kingdom, he was causing another problem for Raquel, so it led Raquel and Deen having this meeting, and this is where we saw Azumadeen, who they call Deen. Now Deen is the one who has the Tijuana Connect. He was someone who had business all over the country, but unlike the others, Deen is someone who keeps his head down because the real kingpins, they're the ones that are making the real money. They ain't making noise, they're just silent and violent. And he was one character that I likened to Gus Fring in my review and recap video because he was someone who was a real kingpin and someone who was silent but violent. And this is something I'm looking forward to seeing because he's a character I'm familiar with, and I'm sure plenty of you are as well from The Wire and The Walking Dead. So I really want to see more from Deen. He does seem like a different type of Connect to what we've seen before with Lobos, who was very much in your face. Milan was someone who had control but also violent. Jason Mitchell was an opportunist, sensing an opportunity to make money with Ghost and Tommy, and also saw potential in Tommy too. So Jason was more of a businessman at first. Now Deen seems very calm and patient, until he's not, and at some point I'm sure we'll see him lose his patience with a situation or two, and we'll see this deadly side to him. But they talk about the corners that Raquel had busted this morning, and Raquel managed to convince Deen that it was just a routine police bust, and they'll soon be back to their normal working ways. Now Deen is someone who supplies both Raquel and Unique's operations, and he warned Raquel that if she has another morning like this, then they're gonna have to revisit their arrangement. And it's gonna be interesting because Raquel will definitely get hit in episode 4, Unique's gonna hit back, and the most logical guess is that Unique's gonna hit back at the stash house that Kanan made so obvious to Davina. And I think Davina is someone who's already working for Unique, but it's something we just haven't seen on our screens yet. And all of this and the war that's beginning to erupt between Raquel and Unique may well see Deen revisiting his arrangement he has with Rack after episode 4. What his role is going to be going forward into Power Book 3 Raising Kanan, we don't know yet, but as Kanan described him as someone who's silent and violent, we're definitely going to see how silent and violent he definitely is. Now another person who I do think will be involved at some point again is Smurf. Here's where Raquel senses an opportunity because that's what she is. She's an opportunist, someone who's always thinking ahead because she knows that Smurf has people depending on him back in South Carolina, and Raquel offers enough money to get the location of Unique's re-up. She uses the information and then gives it to Howard, and I just wanted to get some of your guys' take on this because I had a few comments saying Rack was a snitch for this. I don't know whether Detective Howard knew it was Unique's re-up, but he must have known and acted on it anyway because he was getting shit from his captain, and he's proved to be a very selfish character. Regardless of him making a deal with Unique to help him become the king, he's gonna do what's best for himself, and right now he needs a win, and a big win for his captain. Now I still have question marks about why Detective Howard is so eager to make an impression even though he's dying from cancer, because it's not like he has a family to take care of from what we know of. From what we know of so far, his parents are dead and he has some cousins in Alabama. We don't know anything about any wife or kids, so my position on Detective Howard is still the same. He still remains a bit of a mystery, but someone is gonna have to pay for Unique's re-up being hit by Howard and the NYPD because it's cost him and his crew. His corners are now empty and ready to be taken up by the Thomas organization, so I do think Unique is gonna hit Raquel's stash house in the next episode, because if you listen to the words carefully in the first episode, and the conversation between Lulu and Raquel is something they were building up to, with them saying their stash house is way too out in the open and them needing a new spot, and Kanan just giving the location away. It's easy to say the stash house is going to be hit in the next episode, but who Unique could be shooting here in this scene for me is either Smurf or someone from Raquel's crew that he's taken after hitting the stash house. Unique needs to make a statement and he's going to have to hit back, and he's definitely going to hit back in episode 4, starting with the stash house, and he's just going to pour petrol onto the fire with the bad blood between himself and Raquel. And Marvin is another character that's going to be pouring petrol onto the fire because he's someone I want to dive deeper into tomorrow's video, and his involvement in the whole situation between Raquel versus Unique, because I do think Marvin is going to have a big part to play. But that's my take on the first impressions from the two new characters, the new Connect Deen and Smurf, and what this could lead with Raquel's stash house being hit. So let me know your early thoughts on the new Connect. I don't know whether he's going to play a huge role in season 1, but at some point I do think we'll see how silent and deadly he really is. So drop all your thoughts and comments down below in the comment section, and of course if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, then remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Power Book 3 and Power Universe related over the coming months. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.